Neil, 0-0 draw. What are your thoughts on the game?
Um, for where we are at the minute, I don't think I've ever been so happy with a 0-0 draw. But in all seriousness, look, they're a very good side. They're top of the league. Don't think they've lost this season. Full-time team, obviously, with a good budget. So it was always going to be a tough game, but I think the players showed today that they're fully behind everything that's being built here, and I think the fans got to see that today, that they were scrapping for each other, they were fighting for every ball. First off, we've had a really good chance, could have easily went in 1-0, and Chris has pulled off a great save from the penalty, so loads of positives, and more importantly I think a real platform for us to build from.
And the league leaders holding them to a point. Do you feel like maybe could have had 3 in the end?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you say, that game probably could have went either way, and that's testament to our lads because, like I said, that they're the league leaders at the minute, and the fact that it could have went anyway against a side like I say again that are full time, and I think you can see that towards the end of the game. That's where that fitness really kicks in and the advantages for them. But our lads were resilient. You had Sam Minniton making last-ditch tackles in the 80th minute, and that's all I want to see from the lads, is that they're fully committed. And again, probably 5 of the games we've had already could have went either way. Against Macclesfield, you was here then, we were right in that game. Against Merthyr, probably could have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time. Against Fylde last minute, so we could be sitting here a lot more comfortable. But I think the good thing is that we are building something, and in all our performances the fans are seeing that we're not just a team that sits back, we're not just a team that doesn't create chances. We're a growing team, and I think you can see the growth is slowly happening, and like for us as well as a staff, we're learning things, do you know what I mean? But I feel the foundations are there for us to start building.
And with the chance in the first half, there's some gilt edge ones at times. Do you feel that could be down to lack of confidence in them areas?
Um, yeah, maybe. But again, we have scored goals this season as well. So I never put it down to just one thing. I think from some games where we've scored 1 and we've scored 2, then the opposite end is probably hurt us where we've then conceded 2. So against Fylde we go 1-0 up against 10 men, and then naivety kicks in. But these are all things that we're learning, and as I say, these are a lot of young players within the squad that will learn and will get better, and they're part of the foundations that we're building. So can we expect them to be the finished article straight away? No, but what we are doing is building and some really good young players that, let's be honest, will become assets for the club. I think you see today, like young Ben Collins playing left back, he's up and down, he's up and down. He's only 21, but he's learning quickly, and again, he's played against a real good side there and done it brilliantly.
And going toe to toe with a team who are top of the league and full time, it's not a sign of a team who are in the bottom 4, is it?
No, definitely not. I think every team that we've played against, when even you probably just see me speaking to the ref there, and he just said to us there, like, you're a very good side. I thought he said he thought when he seen the teams playing that it would be a different sort of game. He said, but he was quietly surprised, and a lot of the managers have been really complimentary about how we're playing. But at the end of the day, it's a results business, and today we've got a result, but we're not getting ahead of ourselves. It's just a platform for us to build on.
You spoke about moments throughout the seasons, and it's been the case this season where they've not gone your way. Is it now the turning point you feel, or could be a turning point where you've weathered those storms at times and maybe lived on the edge, but you've survived?
Yeah, definitely. I think especially when you're playing against top of the league and you get a performance like that, it just lifts the lads as well, because, like you say, not that they've leaded lifting in a sense of the performances, because against Macclesfield, against Fylde who are a full-time team, we've been in the game. If not, we've been on the ascendancy in most of the games, just being that them small details, and hopefully we can start learning now, and the lads are getting more experience of playing with each other and stuff like that, because it all matters.
You mentioned springboard before. How much of a springboard can this performance be for the next few games, if not for the rest of the season?
Hopefully it's a big springboard for us. It takes sometimes results like this where you see all the different facets of a team, and I think today we showed all of them. We showed the creativity, we showed the experience and we showed the grit and determination. And biggest thing for me, not just from the team but from the fans, from everyone involved, is that we showed the togetherness.
And you brought in Festus for this week. How do you feel like he did on his third debut now?
Well, it's the first clean sheet we've kept of the season, so I think that probably tells you the story. In a game where, like you say, we're playing against a real good side, two of probably the most deadliest strikers in the league, and we've kept a clean sheet, so that probably speaks volumes about his and Tom's performance.
And he said in his interview that he was waiting for Southport all summer. How come you felt it was the right time now to bring him in?
Like you said, because we did business really early in the summer in terms of we had 4 centre backs in at the time, so obviously these budgets, you got to give people a chance, and like I said, Festus has become available. We realised that we haven't kept a clean sheet. So many people had spoke really highly. I'd checked Festus out and watched him play, and then we just felt that this was probably the right time, and not just that, he's a real fan's favourite at Southport, so it not just gives the team a lift, but it gives the supporters a lift, and I think that was brilliant today. And you could see as soon as his name was called out that there was an energy, and I think Festus as a person, even me watching his interview yesterday, he lifted me. Do you know what I mean? So that is the sort of energy that I want around the squad, and I want to lift the squad.
How pleased are you for Chris Renshaw? Obviously, he didn't get man of the match today, but he's probably point saving saves at times, and especially after the game against Files, he can probably go in your shell a bit, but he's shown professionalism and character to come out and been a hero today almost, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, 3 games ago against Files, he's the villain, and it takes a real character to pull themselves out of that, and Chris has done that, and he made an absolute unbelievable save in that game in the second half, plus the penalty save, so he gets full credit for that. And like you say, hopefully it's a turning point for him. His first clean sheet of the season. Hopefully that's the first of many.
And Jim Sims was announced today. What was the thinking behind that deal?
We just felt that if you look at the makeup of our team, we've got some really good players, but we probably haven't got that profile of a fox in the box. Someone who plays in this round the 6-yard box, who sniffs out a goal. And he hasn't had a pre-season, and he nearly scored the winner today, and that was again that anticipation that you get from someone who plays around the box. So again, that's nothing to do with the other lads, it's just we're looking to add bits to the team that we haven't already got, and Jim fits that profile, and I thought he did really well when he came on.